Hey guys, on the IGL podcast today, we're going to talk about Far Cry 5 and some of Kyle's forgotten gems.
Aww.
Video game I finally played. I did it.
It's not as good of a title, but we'll work on it. Hey now, guys, welcome back to the IGL podcast. I'm your host, Justin.
I'm Kyle.
I'm Josie.
Where are we, Josie?
In the IGL studio.
Yes. All right, perfect.
Listen. I forgot where we were. So
no, I know that I maybe set you up, and I know it seems like I set you up, but it's our fourth episode together, and we got to make sure that you're ready to take this on. And that was you nailed it. Great job.
More high fives. Let me do it.
So,
Yeah.
Hollywood Redux, check us out. ReduxGear.com. You get t-shirts like that. Don't
right.
forget about it.
Don't forget about it.
On today's episode,
Remember about it.
we're talking about one of our favorite new games and one of our
Not a
favorite
slogan.
forgotten gems.
Yeah.
Which I want to start with. No, I'm kidding. We're going to start with Far Cry 5.
No, we're going to start with a cooler game.
Yeah, we're going to start with the one more people are probably talking about right now.
Priorities.
You've had a little bit of time to get through it, to get through Hope County over in Montana. I've never been to Montana. Have you ever been to Montana?
It's gorgeous.
No.
Is it like
Never
that?
been.
It's really...
They capture it pretty well.
You know, here's the thing. Like, we want to talk about the fact that, like, it feels like, obviously Ubisoft did the game, and, like, isn't that like a Montreal studio, right? It is very interesting
they are a
that,
Canadian
like,
studio, yeah.
It is very interesting that, like, I love watching art in any fashion where someone is going to, like, have, like, really, like, strong commentary about what they think is happening in America.
But,
so, is it real?
Yes,
It
I think that
feels real.
I think
which
that
might
they-
as well be real.
That outside lens, I think, sometimes provides the best commentary, though.
That's true.
Because you can.
Yeah.
It's the same reason that British comedy is lauded, or you can have,
Sure, I get that.
outside perspective without having to be in the shit that maybe we are.
You get
But
a little
it's-
distance so you
Yeah,
can talk
correct.
about it more openly.
Right. So, no, my experiences in Montana have not been that, but I get why someone would
Listen,
say
I've
that.
never been chased around by bliss angels in the hills.
Nope.
But something similar. No, I'm
Good
kidding.
enough.
Never had to send a
Good
dog, your dog, out to attack a man.
Which, by the way, I forget to like engage him every time. Like I'm literally playing the
do
game
that?
with a
That's why he's
handicap
there.
half
He's
the
right
time.
there.
I know, but like
That's
I'm
a good
playing
boy.
the game.
Your good boy wants to be a good boy.
Big Dog wants you to believe that, but I don't think it's true.
Big dog. That's the conspiracy. Big dog wants you to believe that.
Like the game, you have companions in the game, and they can help you out. They're like AI assisted friends. Half the time, I literally forget to like hire people, like because the only people I've hired in the game is Boomer, and they constantly want you to like
Right.
hire this person or hire that lady. Like no, I got Boomer. Like I don't need you. And there's also a bear. I haven't hired the bear yet, but there's like a bear.
Sorry.
What
Sound
do you
like
think
circus.
the going rate for a bear and the bear's
just
skill
hoping-
set
Hollywood.
is?
I'm
we
just
can probably
hoping-
get one.
I need
Yeah.
2 beehives, no bees, full of honey before I do one job for you. That's what I would do. If I were a bear, I would ask for that. And salmon.
He's unbearable.
Wow.
I'll make the jokes around here.
Give me a hook. Someone pull me out of here.
I'm hoping by the time this episode drops that Boomer can ride in the car with you, because that's kind of sad. Like every time I get in the car, Boomer's just like trailing behind like 20 yards, and I feel really bad like making this dog run through the
that's
backwoods
sad.
of Montana.
Dogs love being in cars.
Yeah.
Dogs also love running, but I wouldn't make them do it, that much.
Dogs don't like running after their owner when they're
Yeah,
driving in
yeah.
a Jeep.
They want to be in the pickup truck.
as
you know?
much
That's the thing.
the wind in their ears.
Or in the back
Yeah.
or whatever. As much as the game
Flipping through their channels.
has a great sense of freedom, has a great the great thing about these recent Far Cry games, ever since Far Cry 3, which I still think is like the pinnacle of the whole series, is like you're Rambo. Like you're just like
Right.
running through the woods, and you're like an unstoppable killing machine to the point that it's like almost a little too easy. Like you kind of got to up the difficulty if you've been playing these games for a little
okay.
while.
Well, this is helpful. I've never played any of the Far Cry games.
Oh,
Old
Nor
like,
have
stuff.
so-
I. I'm very excited to
I've missed
play
out
them.
on
when
this franchise.
you are taking down an enemy outpost, like you really feel so tactical and like I'm running and sliding. It's not like Battlefield or like Call of Duty, which the first person mechanics are very like homogenous, like very like stand up, sit down, move this way. Like it's so much more like you have a lot more takedown options, a lot more visceral options
Okay.
in the Far Cry. Plus all the driving experiences, like I'm hopping on an ATV and I'm riding it like
Gotcha.
you have to. There are these silos
Do you
that
think
are
it
around.
goes like seamlessly well enough between those two kinds of experiences? Because driving games, like
if anything,
driving
too
often.
well.
Oh, okay.
Well, when
Usually
I
they
say
do one
that,
thing well,
One thing really
one
well, and then the
thing
driving
not
physics is
so
weird,
well.
and then
no,
it's like
Yeah.
they
all
do
gummy
everything.
and messed up.
All the physics are great in it. The one thing, if I have to make a big complaint,
We
it's
should.
not a complaint.
We
it's
talk about
that
these games,
I-
the good, the bad.
Sometimes I need a little bit of hand holding in my games, and they do that. Grand Theft Auto is the pinnacle of like, there's freedom and there's also some outright things that you have to do that they'll guide you through or where you're supposed to go. and everything in Far Cry is kind of wide open. That the map itself even is fogged over until you literally travel there, and that's how
Right.
you find all your missions and things like that. So it's not very linear in that sense. Like there's a lot of times where I wouldn't say that I'm like at a loss for what to do, but I'm relying on like the menu list of objectives versus
Sure.
organically
Sounds like
feeling
Borderlands,
like I'm
like-
doing it. Yeah, like Borderlands was like that. Like I was like, what do I do right now? I got to go to my checklist
Yeah.
and like pop off.
What do I
this.
feel like doing? Do I want to level or do I want
Yeah.
to do a fun thing?
Well, I mean,
or do I want to die
Fallout,
quickly?
the Bethesda Fallout games sort of feel that way too. You can like forget what you're doing because all of a sudden then you'll have 20 quests.
Oh, I'm fishing in the game for an hour or something. The other thing that Far Cry does that I hate when games do this is there was a portion recently where I had to die to like make the game progress. Like
just like in real life.
I'm hoping. I mean,
Level
we don't
up.
know about that. We're
That's
we're not
wrong.
philosophical grenade launcher, but that's a different podcast.
Yeah.
But I was
I
trying to
stands for
evade
manual
death.
can't.
I mean, there's like helicopters chasing me through the woods and things
Yeah.
like that. And I literally played for like 30 minutes trying to be a good player guy. And then after I died, there was a cinematic because you were supposed to be captured.
Had this
But there wasn't a way to
experience in
know
other
that you had to be
games, yeah.
captured. And it's just you're just like, you feel like it's a time wait. You feel like you just played Bloodborne for like an hour and it's just like wasted your
A
time.
waste of your time.
I'm sorry. I'm
Like
a little
Dark
shook from
Souls
playing
with no
Bloodborne
charm.
recently. Yeah, it just makes you feel like a ranting crazy person. Like every time I incrementally did something better, and like I played Bloodborne for an hour before I realized I was supposed to get a sword somewhere, and then I was
Yeah.
like, I just thought it was that hard that I was punching this wolf, and then I was like, oh, he gives you thing. Another thing we're going to talk about today, and I know you're very excited to talk about it because
Well-
you don't always get to throw your hat in the ring with some of
No.
these experiences.
I'm a bit of a square, guys. I'm an old
And we have the graphic
guy.
prepared. I'm hoping.
Hope, let's hope.
Kyle's Forgotten Gems.
That's good. If we don't have a
That's
graphic
perfect.
prepared,
That was the graphic. This is the graphic.
that's the graphic now.
The 3D
No
graphic.
graphic
There you
necessary.
go, right there.
Full motion video.
So I'm going to talk about a game
One.
that I played. Well, the one, the Forgotten Gem that I forgot, and that other people-
Today's
I had,
Forgotten
I had a
Gem.
friend rave to me about the game. They were really upset that I'd never played it and I didn't even really hear about it. I'm talking about Hyper Light Drifter.
Okay.
Okay.
PS4.
Yeah, it's made by Heart Machine, and you know what? The game looks and sounds a lot like Fez. If anyone played Fez, but it's more
okay.
like the look is Fez, the music is Fez. Actually, it's the same composer that did the music for the same game.
Cool.
But it feels a lot more like I would say
Action-oriented.
action-oriented. So it feels a lot more like Legend of Zelda.
Less
and-
puzzly.
There's actually kind of a lot of
I felt crazy playing
puzzling.
Fez.
Yeah, it's not as
Fez
puzzly
was
as Fez.
bad,
I would
man.
do something
put-
and
I
not
put
know
that
how
down
I
and I'm
did
like,
it.
you know what? I want to do something with my life.
I wanna
now.
know what
I'm
I'm
gonna go.
doing.
And I left and I walked away from that one. That one sort of
Madness.
super difficult. This also, and I will say I didn't. I did the thing where I finally put down the controller. I'm like, I want to have no more to do with you because I
very
didn't feel like
How
I didn't
cordial.
feel like.
Yeah.
And so I very delicately said, "Not today, my good man." Now, I don't. The game sort of feels like it wears its charms on its sleeve very easily. Like the worlds are captivating. The music is lovely. Like so, the scenery feels very lush. It's like it's very very well
Are you
designed.
like saving your town? Are you like?
Yeah, there's a bit of that. There's a bit of like you have to go to the four corners of the map and destroy these monsters and thus like bring peace back to the realm kind of thing. You know, when you first wake up in the very beginning of the game, you're very disoriented and like you're coughing up blood. You're like, whoa, and you don't know why any of that stuff is happening. There's also like a language that exists only in the game. Everything's written in like runes and stuff like that.
No subtitles.
So, no, very, very little like English to explain anything to you. So everything, part of I think the charm of the game is supposed to like put you in that space of also being as disoriented as the character.
Like
I don't
Shadow
know
of
what's
the
happening.
Colossus kinda.
Right, exactly. Though I will say, like, some things just end up being so difficult. And I found the only way to kind of get through anything was to watch gameplays of it. And I'm like, that doesn't feel like me playing a video game. And
The
there's also
authentic experience. Right?
not at all. No, you should only ever rely on that kind of thing because you want to go to it, not because you need to.
Or you
see
can't
it to
afford the
accomplish.
game like many children
That's
at
true.
home.
Well,
and you
I will
watch it
say
on
this
YouTube.
is a game that is not terribly expensive. It's not like the kind
Online
of thing
title, yeah.
Yeah, it's
downloadable
an indie
title.
Game. It's a downloadable title, so it's not. I think I paid
You can get it on
$15
sale,
or $20.
probably.
You can probably get it on
Frequently
sale if you're on, you know.
What platform
Steam
is it on?
I believe it's I know it's on PS4. I
And
believe it is
PC,
also
yeah.
it's on PC.
Okay.
Though I
Steam.
don't. It's a Steam thing, right? But it got to the point where like the controls, the actual ability to control the character was so maddening and so like if
Bad controls is a
the
deal
style
breaker.
That's a
hinder
deal
it?
breaker.
Like is it beholden to its style to the point that it's just
no, that was to me that wasn't the problem.
the Prince of Persia effect?
No,
like to call it?
nothing weird like that.
You know
No,
what I'm
not
saying?
the Prince of Persia effect. No, it honest to bit, it just felt like bad game design at that point. And that's when I finally had to be like, you know what? If they wanted people to actually play this game, they would have made. It's basically the thing that stopped me is the chain dash mechanism. The chain dash, and it's supposed to be a rhythmic thing.
If you don't like this,
not.
don't play Rise. It's like a top-down shooter.
I've heard
I've
of
spent
this.
hours trying to beat the second level of that game. It's I've beaten Cuphead, and Rise. I think Rise is harder than Cuphead.
That's not fun. So a game that I actually found to be gorgeous, visually stunning. The sound design is perfect, though ultimately so flawed I could not get through. And maybe I'm just me. It seems to have gotten a lot of awards. If you guys liked it or you want to talk about it, sound off in the comments below. You can also hit me on Twitter or Instagram at KDuncanG. You can find me on PSN at High Dive Champion. Come scream at me. You tell me your opinion of it.
Maybe it's like a Hemingway novel. It's something you're going to return to
Maybe
one day, you know, and get a new meaning out of it and come through it.
This was very slim. It was like The Old Man in the Sea. You could like finish it in a day
Yeah.
if you were good.
Philosophical grenade launcher.
Yeah. We did it.
We're gonna make new shirts soon.
So
Yes.
Yeah.
get it, Kyle. Tell him what Forgotten Gems you want to see him play. But mostly it's his choice. I think that this segment's going to be about.
If anyone has a great choice that they want to have me play, I'll do it.
Don't listen to him, guys.
I thrive on the interactive aspect of the show.
Yes.
That's what I want.
Embrace it.
Coughed. Keep it.
From everyone at IGL and Hollywood Redux. Thank you guys. Did I miss something back there?
No, they just laughed at me because I'm dying. On the inside, but now
Aren't we
obviously
all?
on the outside.
I want to thank you guys for watching Hollywood Redux and the lovely Hollywood Redux studio. Just take it in one more time.
One more time.
Look at, we got props. We got props, guys. Thank you for watching.
Yeah.
I'm Justin. You can find me at the Instagram, Just Genteel, or other places. Check it out.
It's probably right there.
I'm Josie. You can find me at Josie the Fiend on Instagram and on YouTube.
There you go.
You already did all the.
I did all this
We'll
stuff.
see you guys next time.
See you next time.
Bye.